The work he does hosting this show, I mean, whoa. I remember back when Zach, before he became a real boy. Zach, call your dad, Geppetto, he's worried about you. Oh, too soon for Pinocchio jokes? Oh boy, better buckle up, here we go. My name is Chad Fogland. I guess you can tell by my accent, I'm from Nebraska.
Nope.
Exactly. They say the early bird gets the worm. Well, that's because they want you to get up early. They want you to attack your day. Well, you know what I say? I say the earthworm that sleeps in doesn't get eaten. That's right. I want you to enjoy your life. I want you to sleep in, get some rest. Why? Maybe because I'm lazy. Am I lazy? Yes. There's a lot of things in this world that we can do, but at the top of my list, nothing is it. I do not want to do anything. I love doing nothing.
I love doing that.
I love it. I love doing. Thank you. Yes.
Yes.
How many people here miss the mandatory shutdown? Yes, it was great because it was the perfect excuse to do nothing. My wife would come up to me and she'd say, "Let's go to the beach." And I'd be like, "Oh no! COVID! I've got to sit here on the couch and do nothing." My mother-in-law, she'd come up and she'd say, "Don't you think you should get a job?" And I'm like, "Hold your horses, sweetheart! COVID! I gotta sit here on the couch and watch old episodes of Night Court." There's only one place I would go during the mandatory shutdown. One place that I would brave the COVID wasteland. And every time I got to the liquor store, I'd hear the same thing from the guy behind the counter. "Didn't you buy a bottle of whiskey yesterday?" And I'm like, "Oh, sir! COVID! I am stressed out. I have seen all 9 seasons of Night Court and I don't know what to watch next. 2 bottles of whiskey today, please." By a round of applause, how many people here hate clapping? Perfect. I can only assume you're either clapping for me or you really hate clapping. Perfect. There's only 2 things I hate in this world. I hate people who hate things, and I hate hypocrites. I punch a mirror every day! Let's see. They say, if you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Yep.
Well, I don't even know how to pick up a sword. That's why I live by the natural causes. And one day I will die.
That's true.
I actually came close to dying once in my life. Back when I was about 18, 19 years old. You see, there was a new roller coaster. And I wanted to go ride on the new roller coaster. It was at a place called Worlds of Fun in Kansas City, Missouri. If you don't know anything about Worlds of Fun, it's not like Six Flags, just -3 flags. My best friend Grant and I were like, yes, we're so excited. It was called the Timberwolf. It was a wooden roller coaster. Quick history about wooden roller coasters. There's a difference. There's wooden roller coasters and there's steel roller coasters. A steel roller coaster is designed by computers. It's smooth. It can go in loop-de-loops. It can go corkscrews. It's beautiful. A wooden roller coaster is typically built by a bunch of drunk uncles on a Saturday. It's jaggedy and runs all over the place. It can't go loop-de-loops. It can't do any of that shit. But it can go fast, it can throw you fucking around and bruise your hips. So we're like, yes! We're gonna go ride this thing. So we drove down to Kansas City. We beelined it straight to the Timberwolf line. It was an hour late, so we're like, yeah, that's fine. We're doing it, we're getting there. And we get up to the front of the line, we're like, fuck yeah. The coaster gods have smiled upon us because we can get in the front car. We're like, fuck yeah, we get in the car, we're like high-fiving, yeah, this is gonna be great. The guy's making some announcement or whatever. He's like, blah, 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 whatever. Like, yeah, we're gonna do this right. And the car lurches forward, we're like, yeah, here we go. And I'm like, I'm holding my hands up the whole time. And my friend Rand's like, me too! We're like, get to the top of the hill, and we're looking over the crest, and it's like a 90-degree drop straight down. And we're like, yeah, this is gonna be great. And as soon as the car lifted down fell down the hill there, sorry, it's traumatic. I'm remembering it as I tell the story. My whole body lifted out of the car, and my arms quickly went from this to this. And the whole ride, I'm being thrown up and down. I can feel my whole body being lifted out of the car, back and forth. Like there's a bar down by my feet. I'm trying to wrap my legs around. I'm like, please, I just want to live. I don't know what's going on. I can see Grant's doing the same thing. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? When the ride stops and we pull into the station, I don't know what they call roller coaster stations. I assume it's like a train. That's when we heard it. The announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, please take off your safety belts. We're like, safety belts? We were horsing around so much we did not put on our seatbelts. So that whole ride we were sitting on seatbelts. So I almost died. That's the whole point. It's okay. Look, no, it's fine. No, hey, it's fine. Not all jokes work, you guys. And we've all learned a valuable lesson from that. And that's that I will never tell that joke again. It is died.
R.I.P.
R.I.P., yeah. R.I.P. Hey guys, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate a 5? Somewhere in the middle? Especially like 5s, I'm not sure. They say, you are what you eat. Well, in that case, I guess I'm a pussy. And if I'm honest, I guess I'm a little bit of an ass. Oh, there was that one time in college where I was a real dick. But that was college. We were starving in college. We didn't eat anything. My wife loves that joke. Because, you know. She's like, you don't do any of that stuff at home. I'm like, shut up. You know, I bet there are moments in his life where he had to step away from the fame and the crowds. And he had to take a moment to himself. And he whispered to himself, go, go, gadget self-esteem. Look, we're learning a lot tonight. Some of you didn't watch Inspector Gadget. That's fine. I'm okay with it. The other day I was at a coffee shop, standing in line waiting for my order. And the guy in front of me was on his phone, and I overheard him say, yeah, people like to quote me. Oh, sure, we giggle and don't make any noise at all, but he was right. They say, youth is wasted on the young. Well, that's bullshit. I mean, that's just a statement of fact, isn't it? I say expensive sports cars are wasted on the old. And I stand by it. Because how many times have you seen a really nice car and you pull up next to it and it's just some fucking gray hair in there who's never gonna get it out of third gear? Right? Right? So I've solved the problem. Here's what we do, guys. We make expensive sports cars. It's so simple, inexpensive. A Bugatti, $12,000. A Ferrari, $5,000. Lamborghini, $6. Why not? And here's the best part. Now everyone can buy an expensive sports car. It helps with the population control. That one I'm not gonna cut that one out. I believe in that one. I believe in it. You guys ever heard of a guy named Charles Darwin?
Yes.
Of course you have. You know, he theorized that man evolved from monkeys. Huh, interesting. I guess if that's true, then I theorized that seamen evolved from sea monkeys. Again, not cutting that one out. I don't need your approval. I can come up here and do this. I have the microphone. I'm the one who wins. You know, the funny thing about moving to Wilmington, I'm not originally from here. I know. I just moved here 3 years ago. I was in LA for 20 years. I know.
Bless
It's
your
okay.
heart.
Yeah. It was an experience. I moved out there when I was very young, and I decided I was like, let's give this a go. Why not? So I was very poor, and I ended up living in this very poor neighborhood. It was not a very good neighborhood in Hollywood. I know. Thank you. It was a rough neighborhood, yes. During the 6 years I lived there, my car was broken into 5 times. And another time my windshield was, a big piece of concrete was thrown in the middle of it. But I couldn't afford anything else. I thought to myself, this is what I gotta do. I gotta, cut my teeth, gotta make it. I'm 20 years old, I gotta do this. I was living there. The first week I was living in my apartment, I was living in the back of the building. So I had windows on the second floor. I was out to the alleyway, and within the first week I was there, I had the windows open because there's no air conditioning, and I started getting this. There's this smell. I was like, oh, it's an interesting smell. And it smells kind of like weed, but burning hair, and am I getting hints of flesh? I'm not sure what that is. So I look out the window, and it's dark, and I can't see anything. I'm like, oh, there's nothing out there. And then I see a flicker of a light, and I see 2 gentlemen, and they're smoking this pipe that's round, and then there's a big ball at the end of it. And I was like, well, it's not a weed pipe. I guess I moved into an interesting neighborhood. There was also these guys in this neighborhood, these Hispanic gentlemen, let's call them. A lot of them, they would always hang out on the corners, about 3 or 4 of them. And they were a little scary. They had a lot of tattoos, some going all the way out to their face. And I was like, they are some interesting groups of guys. But, I figured, I couldn't afford anywhere else. I was like, I'll go my way. They'll go their way. Everything will be fine. I'll just make the best of this. This went on for about 8 months. I was able to do this. And then, one morning, I woke up, I had to go to work. I was walking out, and lo and behold, the inevitable happened. I was going to have to pass by some of these guys. So I was walking up to them, and I was like, all right, I'll just walk by real quick, and maybe not make eye contact, just try to stay down. But I couldn't help it. I noticed one of the guys noticed me, and he was like, and then I getting closer, I saw him like tap the other guy. I was like, oh boy, here it's coming. This is the day. This is the day we learn about Los Angeles. And I got up to them, and the guy nodded, made direct eye contact with me, and said, hey, what's up, Harry Potter? I drove to work, and I was like, that's weird. I've never been called Harry Potter before. That's interesting. This went on for the next 5 years. Different gentlemen of tattoos and Hispanic. Not the same guys. They all, in this 6-block radius, would all say, what's up, Harry Potter? Or like, hey, how you doing, Harry Potter? Great day, huh, Harry Potter? I apologize for this accent. I know that I shouldn't do that accent. But I'm a storyteller. And I want to take you there. I want you to experience what I experienced. Which was insanity. I was poor, so every day I would walk to the 7-Eleven to, get ruffled potato chips, because that was my lunch. Like this, it was a tough neighborhood. Some days I'd come home and there'd be patrol cars all over the place, and I'd go in my apartment complex, and by the time I'd be into the hallway, there'd be like 12 of these guys, and they'd be like, hey, Harry Potter, hey, cops still out there? They are, gentlemen. Feel free to stay here in the hallway. If you need anything, I have water or whatever. Yeah, it's cool, okay. This is quite the experience I'm having. Years later, I moved out of that neighborhood. I finally got out. Thank you. I made it. A friend of mine who also lived in the neighborhood at the same time, his name was Jonah, he had a similar experience. They would always call him Big Man. They'd be like, hey, what's up, Big Man? So, for him, it was a different experience. But one night we were after a show or something, we got to drinking, having a drink, and he's like, you know why they called us that, right? And I said, I assumed that they were making fun of me the entire time. He's like, no. Do you remember Jesus at the 7-Eleven? I was like, of course I remember Jesus. Jesus was this Hispanic guy, had long hair, beard. He was in a wheelchair. And I would help him, up on the curb. Sometimes he'd ask me to buy him cigarettes, so I'd buy him cigarettes. We'd shoot the shit. He was a cool guy. We'd laugh and talk. Great guy. I didn't think he was homeless. I just thought he was like, a part of the neighborhood. I was just like, I don't know what his deal is, but he seems nice. My friend Joe was like, Jesus is the leader of that gang. See, back in the 90s, he was shot in a drive-by 5 times and a bullet lodged in his spinal cord, and that's why he's like paralyzed from the waist down. He's the leader of the Magicians 13. That's the name of the gang.
And 13.
The Magicians 13. Yeah, well, different, but close. And he said, he didn't know our names, but we were nice to him, so he told all his underlings, hey, don't mess with Harry Potter and Big Man. That was the best way you could describe us. They have my protection. They're cool. So for 6 years, I had gang protection. And I didn't know it. I'm Harry Potter of the Magicians 13. You're a gangster, Harry! They say absence makes the heart grow fonder. Well, in that case, goodbye.
Oh.
Oh, am I supposed to introduce you?
I don't